I owe you all an update as to where I am and what I'm doing. I haven't done an update for a while, so I'll give you the rundown as to how things are panning out and what's been happening. I can't remember the last time I did one of these, so I've made it now to Glasgow. That's where I am now, and over 300 miles has been walked. Today's been a really crap day. I've done about 21 miles for one reason or another today, which was easier than it would have been 4 weeks ago, but nonetheless it still hurt quite a bit, so I need to get a shower and sort myself out and everything. But yeah, Glasgow, that's quite a long way. Since we last spoke, Dundee I've been to, where I stayed with a lady called Marjorie Inglis, who put me up for 3 nights at her place very kindly. She's a reporter for the Dundee Courier, and she wrote some pieces about me and my journey, which I'm very grateful for, Marjorie. Thanks for that, and all your hospitality as well. And whilst I was in Dundee, of course, I visited the Dundee Cancer Centre, and I still owe you all a video about what I got up to there and what I learned. That's on its way, I promise. And from Dundee then I headed on to St Andrews, which is where I did the short video piece that you might have already seen about Seve Ballesteros, and I also touched on the story about Harry Moseley as well, and that went really well. Again, I'm very grateful to the Royal and Ancient Golf Club and the Links Trust for letting me onto the course and filming that piece. It's been very well received. It's been retweeted by the Seve Ballesteros Foundation. Cancer Research UK have picked up on it. It's had a lot of views and hits, and yeah, the Dundee Courier again wrote a nice piece about what I got up to while I was there. And it was when I was in St Andrews as well, off the back of that coverage that the Courier did about me when I was in Dundee, that I met the Harrows, Bev Harrow, George Harrow, and their little lad Geordie Harrow, who read about my story in the newspaper and got in touch and put me up in their fantastic house in St Andrews for 2 nights. And it just so happens that the house that they actually live in is the very house that Seve Ballesteros stayed in 1984 when he won the Open Championship, which was what the video touched on that I did in some freaky and bizarre coincidence. So to the 3 of you as well, thank you for all your hospitality, the food, the Guinness, a little bit of whiskey, maybe got drunk. But yeah, thank you, and it meant so much to know that people were reading my story and feeling compelled to get in touch in some way and help me out like that. From St Andrews then I've headed down across that kind of peninsula in the direction of Glasgow. Chris the Fizz caught up with me over the weekend, came up, sorted me out with a bit of physio, sort of did, mobilising my back or something, a lot of cracking and bending and all that sort of stuff, but felt better afterwards, worked out some of the knots in my legs. He tells me generally I'm in good health, looking like I'm in decent enough shape, nothing that he's worried about too much. Don't think my legs are going to fall off just yet. So, and he did some walking with me as well. And yeah, thanks pal for coming up. Chris the Fizz, for those that might not have heard already, he's an old mate of mine from school. But he's a physiotherapist with the Yorkshire Physiotherapy Network, who are very kindly supporting me as a kind of backup facility along the way. So thanks, mate. And then yeah, from there I've had a couple of nights wild camping actually. Recently I had to get back into the swing. I mean, I had a good run of not actually having to pitch the Banshee at all, and then all of a sudden I was chucked back in at the deep end a couple of days ago. Or was it yesterday? It was yesterday. I cocked up on the navigation a little bit, wasn't paying attention to the GPS, walked about a mile in the wrong direction through some woods, then tried to take a shortcut back to pick up the path that I should have been on, which didn't turn out very well. I actually ended up, rather frighteningly, in a peat bog, which, if you know what that is, it's not a nice place to be when you've got a rucksack on your back that weighs 40 pounds and there are holes full of water all the way around you that you're never entirely sure how deep they are. Up to my knees a couple of times, close to tears once or twice, thinking that the sun was going to set and I'd be stuck in the middle of this crappy field with no way out. But when I did get out, I pitched the tent and just went straight to sleep. and then it was up with an early start this morning, heading across to Glasgow, and a ridiculously long day today. It shouldn't have been as long as it was, but there's nothing I can do about that. And then the realisation as well that my boots are wearing out. The heel on the left boot is worn through completely. That might be because my left leg is slightly longer. It might be with all the road walking that I've done that the camber on the side of the road means that my left leg is falling shorter every time and rubbing more. There's nothing I can do about that unless I was walking backwards or walking on the other side of the road, but that's simply not safe not to be walking into the oncoming traffic. So I've got to find a way now of trying to get myself a new pair of boots. These aren't going to make it much longer past Edinburgh, I don't think. If anybody out there watching this works for North Face, your boots are amazing. North Face Synclines with a Vibram sole. Maybe you want to give me another pair for free, that'd be nice. I ain't got that much money. If I have to, I will spend it because I need these boots. But if there's a way that anybody can think of getting me another pair and breaking them in for me as well, which is another important thing, I'm a size 10, give me a shout and I'd be grateful to hear from you. So tomorrow, up early, go and see the guys at the Beatson Institute and the Cancer Research UK funded work there, learn all about what they're doing, do a bit of filming, meet some interesting folk, scientists and whatnot, and then I'll come back to you with that video as well when that's finished. And then on to Edinburgh, and so the journey continues. I was on Facebook early today, set myself a new challenge, or set us a new challenge I should say. Would you say by Sunday midnight we get over 600 followers on Facebook, 600 likes on Facebook, and over £4,000? I reckon we could do that if you lot pull your finger out a bit and start sharing as much as you can, the links, the videos, the Facebook stuff, the tweets, all of that. Bung it everywhere, and let's keep the ball rolling and keep the momentum up on that front. And one last thing, oh yeah, the Say Where's Wallace competition, the first set of voting is now open. There's a page on the website, www.where'swallace.org. Go on there, you'll find a button called Say Where's Wallace, and you'll see the entries for October that are on there. Jackson, if you're watching this, mate, I know I forgot your video, and I'm really sorry about that, pal. I will get that in the November entry. And Stephen Merchant, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry that you didn't make it in either, but yours was just a little bit too late. You weren't to know, but I'll make sure yours is in the November page, alright? So I'm going to go, I'm going to have a shower, and I'm going to probably order a pizza from Domino's. Other pizza outlets are available. But yeah, I'll catch you later. Cheers. I've had a shower now, but I realised I forgot somebody when I was talking about all the people that I needed to say thank you to. Anne and Larry Trainer, who live in Kinross, they came and picked me up. Anne came and picked me up from Leven and took me to Kinross for the night so that I didn't have to pitch the tent round there. Thank you to you two. Anne, if you remember, was one of the Dalwhinnie 10, the guys that took me in all the way up the road at Dalwhinnie on that rainy day when I couldn't find anywhere to stay. So Anne and Larry's pal in the pub, the one with the really big moustache that I couldn't really tell what he was saying, but he gave me 10 quid. So thanks to Larry's mate from the pub too. Cheers, guys.
Where's Wallace?